Big salute, big salute, big salute, big salute. Big salute to all my loved ones, support goons, support squad. Big salute to all my big angels. Big salute, big angels. You know I love my angels. And big salute to all the righteous revolutionaries out there. Let's go, righteous revolutionaries. Let's go. I just want to present to y'all today a little pre-record, something that's been on my heart, something I'm passionate about. It's the pollution, the plastic waste problem that's plaguing not only Burkina Faso, but all of Africa. And I feel like it's a lack of knowledge. So I need to, I guess, document it, put it out there. And if there's any people on the continent or any people in Burkina Faso that can catch this information, because it's only one country that has solved their pollution problem. Yes, pollution is a major problem in Africa. Plastic pollution at that. Yeah, you got discarded clothes and electronics, which is also uh, a great problem also. But the scale is a major problem that I don't think that people on the continent are taking serious. And it is a very serious problem. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it, y'all. I want to talk about the negative effects of plastic pollution on the environment. This is the main thing. It's a revolution taking place in Africa, so after that's squared away and taken care of, which is happening at a rapid pace, the industrialization, I think the pollution needs to be addressed immediately. And I don't think I'm the only one, because I see people trying to address the situation, but the population as a whole, it's more of the population that lacks the knowledge than the population that does have the knowledge. So let me help the population that has the knowledge spread the knowledge. Now, what are the negative effects? Plastic pollution negatively impacts the environment in many ways, including harming wildlife. So all my people that have plans on doing agriculture and things like this, even the natural wildlife, is harming them. Is harming them. Contaminating the ecosystems. This is why you have these nasty malaria mosquitoes. This is why you have water that sits still and is nasty. Oh my goodness. And it contributes to climate change. If you ever wonder why it's so hot in Burkina, it's because the ecosystem is messed up. Grass doesn't grow because the grass has been replaced with plastic. So this is something I just see. I'm no expert, but I'm just going off what I'm seeing. And it poses a significant threat to biodiversity, effects on human health. I'm seeing the effects on human health from the babies to older people to the kids out here playing in trash. It's not a good thing, and contributes to economic burdens. So as bad as Africa wants to pick up the economy, plastic pollution, it'll help you pick up the economy better and faster and healthier. Now, let's go into more detail. Harm on wildlife, ingestion and entanglement. I see the goats that roam around, the cows that roam around, the sheep that roam around, the chickens that roam around. Some of them have plastic trash stuck to them. Ingestion and entanglement, harm to wildlife. Animals, especially marine species, can mistake plastic for food, leading to choking, starvation, and death. Plastic can also entangle animals, causing injuries and drowning. A lot more than that. A lot more than that. Habitat disruption. Plastic litter can alter habitats, making it harder for animals to find food, shelter, and breeding grounds. In Africa, have y'all wondered why the goats are breeding so small? Microplastic pollution. Microplastics, tiny plastic fragments, are ingested by marine life and can accumulate in the food chain, potentially harming human health. Now, for all my people in Africa that package and make their own um, seasonings and things like that, I know they see the little plastics that's in their stuff. So the plastic, the microplastics, is having an effect on every aspect of life. So this is something that people all over Africa, all over the world, really. But my time in Africa, Africa is getting it the worst because the lack of education on the plastic pollution. Now the toxic effects. Plastic can leach harmful chemicals into the environment, contaminating soil and water and affecting the health of wildlife. Yes, sick animals, eating sick animals. Ecosystem contamination, water pollution, plastic waste leaks into aquatic ecosystems, polluting lakes, rivers, and seas. I see all the rivers and streams in Africa is filled with plastic. So how healthy and how safe can the fish in the lakes and the rivers be? Ask yourself that, my people. Soil contamination. All my people that want to get into agriculture, landfills and improper disposal of plastic can contaminate soil, affecting plant growth. Like I told y'all, we're in the desert. We're on the desert where the jungle and the border meet. There's plastic all in the trees. Grass grows in certain spots. So how can the goats and the animals eat good? And how can the Sahel region be the breadbasket of Africa or continue to be the breadbasket of Africa if the soil is contaminated? How well will the crops be? How well? How well? I know all my people that's in agriculture, you see it. You see it. Air pollution. Burning plastic waste releases toxic chemicals into the air, contributing to air pollution and climate change. Microplastic contamination. Microplastics are found in nearly every environment on Earth, including water, soil, and air, potentially affecting all life. It is affecting all life. As I've come across a couple chickens. That's why I take the skin off my chickens now, because I gotta pick the plastic. It's little microplastics in it. I got somebody calling me, y'all. They can wait. This is more important. Fossil fuel dependence. The global plastic industry is projected to increase its reliance on fossil fuels, further exacerbating climate change. Human health. I don't think people realize this is why the babies and the old people stay the sickest in Africa. Plastic can leach harmful chemicals into the environment, potentially affecting human health, and it is. I see respiratory issues in Africa, hormonal disruption. I see a lot of disformed babies, a lot of babies having problems. Economic impact. Waste management costs. Managing plastic waste can be expensive. That's a lie, because you can make products from plastic waste, especially for developing countries lacking infrastructure. Loss of livelihood. Plastic pollution can negatively impact fisheries and other industries that depend on healthy ecosystems. Remember, Africa and Burkina Faso, agriculture is a big thing. How long can it last? Tourism decline. Plastic pollution can deter tourists and negatively impact the local economy, which is a fact. When you got people coming from the West, let's say if you got somebody visiting Burkina Faso or Ghana or any of these other countries that's affected by this plastic problem, Rwanda has cleaned up. They're not gonna want to come okay, outside of Burkina Faso. The people in the Ivory Coast, even though they got a plastic pollution problem, they say Burkina Faso or Ouagadougou is the land of the dirty butts because plastic trash everywhere. And people live with the plastic trash like it's normal. And it's not only Burkina Faso, it's all of Africa. Rwanda, I could salute to them and take my hat off to Rwanda, because every Sunday they whole country gets out and cleans up. So to have a healthy country, need a healthy environment. Let me say that again. To have a healthy country, you need a healthy environment. And I just want to touch on that. So with that being said, y'all, if we need to do a part 2 of solutions, you could turn plastic into petrol. You could turn plastic into shields for the military. You could turn plastic into pipes. You could collect all this plastic trash and do something with it. You could make a healthier diesel or gasoline out of the plastic. So let's start fixing this problem, y'all. Let's start fixing this problem all over the world, not just Africa. But I see in Africa, the lack of knowledge is having an effect. So I feel like if people spread the knowledge, the average people in Africa, they would do a better job at cleaning up. But they don't know. They don't have nobody to give them this information. A lot of people don't really have access to the internet. This is something that need to be taught in all schools all over Africa, all over the world. So with that being said, y'all, let's clean it up, because if we want to leave something for the youth of the future, let's not leave them trash. If you really care about the future, if you really care about your country, if you really care about your people, then we gotta do more to keep it clean. Yeah, because the plastic is not gonna clean up itself. Let me say that again. The plastic is not gonna clean up itself, ladies and gentlemen. So let's do more. Let's make our environment healthy. Let's make our food healthy. Let's make our people healthy. So with that being said, if we need to do a part 2, y'all leave me some comments. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. What other solutions can we bring to solve the plastic problem? Because this need to be a worldwide topic of discussion. Yeah, this need to be a worldwide topic of discussion. We need to clean up Mother Earth. So with that being said, y'all, I love y'all, man. And let's clean it up, man. Let's clean it up. Because in all actuality, our carelessness is killing the earth. It's unaliving the earth. So if we want this beautiful earth to keep living on, we got to take care of it. Let me say that again. If we want this beautiful earth to keep living on, we got to take care of it. So I love y'all, man. Salute. Let's clean it up. Let's clean it up.